Welcome to Uncle Jay's channel.
There you have it, guys. I am back in the shop to finish the little noodle board that I showed you in a couple videos ago. So yeah, it's time to finish that. Before we get started, I gotta open a couple windows in here because I don't have any kind of air conditioning and it gets quite warm in this shop. In fact, I think we'll just open the shop door. Now, maybe we'll get some airflow in here. This is the noodle board here that I have finished as far as I have it stained underneath it and now it's painted. And today I'm going to sand it some to kind of give it a distressed look. This is actually a gift for someone, so hopefully it turns out good and they like it. First things first, we gotta get this fancy apron on. It worked, so yeah. I think I'll just stick with this little cheap version for right now until someone decides to buy me a nicer apron, maybe for Father's Day or something coming up. But anyways, for the time being, I'll just use this one. Here's my little sanding rack that I made for my sander and the different disc, the different grits. So yeah, I made this, you can kind of pull those out. So yeah, we're gonna grab this. And I think we're gonna grab some 120 grit sandpaper and see if this is gonna work. So most of the time that I'm in here working in the shop, I'm listening to music. I have a Bluetooth speaker over there along with a dedicated old iPhone that I wasn't using anymore. So I use that to listen to Pandora music most all of the time. However, when you're using one of these, this is so loud that the Bluetooth speaker just doesn't work. So I tried resorting to my AirPods, which I actually love. You guys have seen me talk about the AirPods before, and I love my AirPods. And I tried resorting to the AirPods, but even with these AirPods in, this thing was just so loud that it just wasn't working too well at all. Then I resorted to something else. You see these? These are actually some earmuffs for hearing protection for like at a shooting range or something. And they're kind of dusty right now, but what I would do is I would put my AirPods in and then put these over my AirPods. That way I had hearing protection and then I still had my AirPods in so I could listen to the music. But guess what? Even with these on, sometimes the AirPods would try to come out of my ears and it just wasn't working too well either. But I found another solution. I came across these. These are the Work Tunes Pro by 3M, and this is hearing protection, including Bluetooth speakers. So yeah, you just connect this to your phone by Bluetooth, and this works great. The noise reduction on these are fantastic, just like they are. I mean, you put these on, I can't even really hear myself talking, barely. But the nice feature is when you turn these on, they talk to you and tell you the battery level is high or low or medium. Right now, these are battery high because I just charged them up recently. Has a little port on the bottom where you charge the battery up. They actually last a very long time. But the nice thing about these is that if you get a phone call while you have this connected to your phone, you can talk on this just like you would other Bluetooth headphones. The thing of it is, if you get a phone call while you're wearing them, you can't hear the surroundings. So if something's going and it's loud, the person on the phone can hear everything still really loud. So it seems kind of odd because you don't hear it, but they could hear it. So you got to be conscious about that. My niece decided to visit me in my shop, and this is Miss Chloe Grace. How old are you, Chloe?
4.
You're 4? Are you? What are you doing over here today?
Today?
Are you fixing to go swimming? Are you? She just decided to pay me a visit in the shop on her way to the pool, I think. Okay, we're back to work now. So for what I needed, these things are perfect. That way I can listen to my audio while having my ears protected while I'm sanding. So let's just put them to use. Here we go. These are really comfortable. You seen while I was sanding this, I was actually just kind of going sporadically. I'm not trying to get an even sanding because I'm just wanting to make this kind of distressed, kind of worn look. So yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm fixing to do some more work, then I'll let you see kind of what the results are. How about that? This is what I've got so far. It just kind of has a little distressed look, and this is the first time I am doing this. So as I told you, I'm new to this, and this is what I'm learning. I'm trying to learn how to do this. So I stained it with the dark stain underneath, then painted over it with white. And then of course you saw I just sanded it off. I apologize if you hear the train going by and the kids in the pool. That's just part of it. The shop is pretty close to some train tracks, so I just deal with that all the time. And it is crazy hot in here. That's why I have my water with me. I told you this project is a gift for someone, so I actually sent a picture of this to my wife to make sure that she likes how it looks before I put a clear coat over the top of it. And then I'm going to be putting some vinyl letters on that once the clear coat dries. But as soon as I get that approval from her, I'm moving on to clear coat. Let's see what she says. Okay, so from the conversation that we are having here, it looks like I have the go-ahead to do the clear coat. So now I'm just going to put up some of my tools. Always take the sandpaper off of this. That way I can remember which grit that it was, and then I'll put it back on there in the right spot. But yeah, I'm fixing to clear coat this. Then we'll move on to something else. And since I'm not sanding anymore, I can actually shut these off. And I can go back to my music on my speakers to listen to. Of course, I can't play that on here because YouTube will demonetize the video, or they'll send the ad money to someone else at least. But these are great. I would highly recommend them if you're looking for something in a shop or mowing the yard or anything. These Work Tunes Pro by 3M, I think they're fabulous, and I am really glad that I got these. I've been using them for a while now. It's not brand new. I didn't just open the box today. Nobody paid me for this. Nobody sent me this. I'm just wanting to share with you that these Work Tunes are actually really pretty cool. Of course, there will be a link down in the description below this video. In case you want a pair of these, you can get them, and by using that link, I actually get just a little bit of Amazon affiliate commission back from that. It just helps the channel out a little bit. So feel free to use that link if you want some. When it comes to clear coat, do you have a preference of anything that you use? I'm using this Minwax polyacrylic. This works good for indoor projects. It dries quickly. I use the satin finish because I really don't want the high gloss, but I can do several coats of this pretty quick, and I think it works really good. I've used it on several projects, several of these noodle boards in the past, and I think it works really good. So that's what I'm going to use today. I can't get ahead of myself. Before I clear coat over this, I am going to use the air compressor. I'm going to blow the dust off, and then I have a tack cloth that I'm going to wipe any of the dust off from this from the sanding. So I'm going to do that first. Did by quiet compressor, although I'm not sure how it's going to sound on the video. I did try to get a quiet compressor. It does pretty good. Now I'm just going to go over it with this tack cloth and try to get all the other stuff off. Okay, now that that's finished, I am going to go ahead and spray this, but I am going to wear my respirator. This is a water-based clear coat, so it's not going to be harmful to breathe it in. However, this is a sticky clear coat, and if you breathe this up your nostrils, you can get that all in your nose hairs and everything. So I'm just going to wear my respirator. Luckily, I had this before the whole COVID-19 thing hit, or else I probably wouldn't have been able to find one of these. Here we go. And that has it for the first coat. I'll make probably 3 coats over that, and then I will do a light sanding and finish it with the light coat of clear coat for 4 coats total. But the first 3 coats will go pretty quick. This stuff dries really fast, especially as hot as it is in here. So then I'll probably wait an hour or so to do the final coat, because I want to make sure it's dried really, really good before I sand it and do the final coat. So yeah, I'm just going to do about 2 more coats of this. That is 3 coats on that. So now I'm probably going to give it about an hour to dry good. Come back and sand it with some very fine grit sandpaper and do it just a light sanding to knock off some dust, and then give 1 more clear coat on this. Just wait till you see the handles that I have for this thing. I bought some pretty cool looking handles that I'll attach to it once I get the clear coat all finished. And yeah, that'll be really cool. So, yep, stick around for that. The weather app says it is 89 degrees, but it feels like 98 degrees because it's a 57% humidity level right now. So, yeah, it is so muggy, so hot. But that's what I get for living in Arkansas. Of course, that could change. Next week, it could be cooler weather and nice, but I kind of doubt it. I got a feeling summer is here to set in. Okay, so it's been long enough now. I'm going to lightly sand this before I finish it with the last real light coat. I am just going to use it with this sponge. I don't know if you can see this. This is just it don't even have a grit number. It just says super fine. So I'm going to use this to lightly sand it and then spray that other coat. Okay, that coat was basically just to knock down some of the dust and stuff that has settled. So before I spray the final coat, I'm actually going to shut these windows, close the door. That way some of the dust doesn't get in there for the last coat. Here we go. And that's it. Now I've got the clear coat finished, and I'm fixing to call it a day. There's still gonna be some pretty cool stuff happen to this. I still have to put the handles on it, and then I have to cut out the vinyl to install the vinyl on this. So if you wanna see the vinyl cut out, the handles and everything, why don't you come back? I think I'm gonna split this up. That way I have a second video for you. I'm gonna try to upload 2 videos in a row within 2 days. I've never done that, I don't think. Especially not splitting up one project at least. So like I said the other day, there's gonna be kind of some different type of content on here. I know we're back to kind of some woodworking. I'm going to cut vinyl at my office that I showed you in the previous video. I do some vinyl work. So I'm going to cut vinyl for this down there probably tomorrow and then get this ready. Should be able to get this finished up tomorrow. So make sure that you come back for that video and let me know what you think about this kind of new style of content. I'm just actually using my phone, no fancy microphones. It makes it just a little bit easier to do this, but so yeah, what do you think about this content? Are you excited for the changes that's been going on, or could you care less? Go ahead and drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think. I think the noodle board looks pretty good so far. Anxious to get it finished up. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, God bless.